the last discourse of this session, 2023. And we are not going to complete the whole Brhadaranyaka Upanishad. That is not possible, but will be and Yajnavalkya, the famous debate. And Purnamada Namidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The meaning of this stotra is the ultimate teaching of this Upanishad. And it says that Brahman, this infinite universe, come out from the infinite Brahman. But taking the infinitude of the infinite, it remains as the infinite. That is the Brahman. And the whole teaching of the Upanishad is just like that. Hinduism is based on the researches. And in that research, they found out that everything is pervaded with the consciousness. And that consciousness, they gave the name Brahman. And another approach of the Hinduism, the Vaishnavism, they gave the name Vishnu. And the third approach, Tantra, they also say Shiva. So these are the three names for the same goal, and that goes to the same idea, same knowledge, that everything is nothing but the consciousness. And this is the ultimate knowledge. Now we are studying the Brhadaranyaka Upanishad. We have started with in the Brhadaranyaka Upanishad with the Ashwamedha Yajna. Those who are attending regularly, you know. Ashwamedha Yajna, horse sacrificing Yajna. And in that, they started the face of the horse, the tail of the horse, the side of the horse, the back of the horse, and they are all different gods and goddesses, different forms. And slowly, slowly they are coming to this ultimate, which is the absolute consciousness. And the last Sunday, we heard that Rishi Yajnavalkya warned that Gargi, the lady sage, that her head may fall off because of the Ati Prasna. What is the Ati Prasna? Ati Prasna means then a question that cannot be answered. That is called Ati Prasna. That the last time we were giving the example. So sometimes we ask in such a way that you cannot answer that. The a person, he was in debate with another person. That was a funny story. That he told, I know English. But the person who has come from foreign land, he told, okay, then we can talk. Then he said, can you please translate? I don't know. And all other people, they don't know English. And this man will translate that, I don't know. Then he said, look, he doesn't know. He can't. So by that is called Ati Prasna. If you answer, then you are defeated. If you don't answer, it means he doesn't know. So that is called Ati Prasna. Gargi was asking that Ati Prasna. Who is the creator of the Hiranyagarbha? Now Hiranyagarbha, then if you go to above Hiranyagarbha, that absolute Brahman. How Hiranyagarbha was created, no one knows. And you cannot ask about that. Because from there only we can come down. Hiranyagarbha, that is the consciousness with some quality, Sattva, Raja, Tama. These are the three qualities. that creation is coming out. From there we can understand. Beyond that, if you ask question, who is going to answer? It is not possible. Only you have to realize that, feel that within yourself. But you cannot express. Why? The moment you are trying to express through words or whatever it means, there is limitation. Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, Brahma eto anni. No one could say anything. So obviously is untouched by that. Here the Gargi was trying, and Gargi, again we find that lady, she's, in those days, she was a highly scholar, but she was always trying to defeat Yajnavalkya, but not in a proper way. So first this, when the Yajnavalkya said, Gargi, Mauti Prakshi, do not ask this, Ati Prasna, Te Murtha Ma Vyapapat. If you are asking it that way, your head will fall. So that was the challenge. Immediately Gargi stopped. The Gargi was the daughter of the Vachaklavi. But this gives an idea. In those days, the Indian girls were highly educated. And they used to challenge even the other rishis. They were also the rishis. So sometimes the idea came, the Indian ladies are not educated. That is, in some middle age, a few hundred years, because of some political changes, social changes. But in the beginning, it was all equal. The boys and girls both used to go to the Guru Kriya, they used to learn, and then afterwards it is their choices. The third chapter, 7th part, begins with another famous sage. Many of you must have heard his name, Uddalaka. This Uddalaka Aruni, because his father was Varuna, father's name was Varuna, so Aruni. And he was asking the question. This Uddalaka, he studied under his father, then he went to another teacher. The Panchala is the name of the place. Panchala was the state in those days, and Kapya was his name. Then you will find many of the names in India, they always add with the father's name, village name, and his own name. So that will be there. Then, of course, the family, the tradition of the long names. So they always say that. Panchala was the name, was the in those days, they used to go to Guru to Alaka was responsible to look after cultivation of the land, mainly rice cultivation. And for the rice cultivation, land should be locked with water. A little water, at least a little, maybe 2-3 inches of water should be there. No, in the evening, he went to see whether everything is okay or not. But in one place, there's a small portion of the earth they keep as a to protect the water. Those were from the village and it's dark. Do that was a piece of land in charge of that. You're supposed to look at that if the water goes away. Over there and we he was protecting. Whole night he was lying down in that field. The next morning, when the and Aruni, his name was Aruni, the son of Aruni, was asking, where is Aruni? They only come there. All that. Right. And his name was Shvetaketu. Those who are studying the Upanishads, they all know this name. Udalaka, and then Shvetaketu, Yajnavalkya, Gargi. These are all very famous writers and the exponents of the Veda. This Shvetaketu was his disciple. And this Gandharva, his name was. Why all this description is true? That this is birth. He asked Kapil, oh, so he went to Mathura, and he went at the house of a Kapil. This Gandharva was an artist whose name was Kanda. This person was also Brahma. So he was asking the host, Kapil, what is that by which this world, next world, and all beings are strung together? Look at it. In those days, to discuss about his high philosophy, that was so common. So obviously, the psychology controller, dwelling within all beings, who governs these and next life? He said, I'm sorry, sir, I don't know. Now, who ever knows these is a knower of Brahman, a knower of all. Now, Yajnavalkya,
he is asking. We know this because we got the answer from that and we meditated on that. We realized that. So we know that Brahman. We are knower of everything. This Uddalaka is saying. Now my question, do you know that? These two questions he is asked and said. Do you know that? Without knowing that, if you take away the cows, your head will fall off. Because the Yajnavalkya said, the Gargi, your head may fall off. Now, Uddalaka is giving that same curse. Without knowing Brahman, if you go take away the cows, your head will fall off. Now the Yajnavalkya, he is telling, I do know that. It's a knower of all. Then prove it, said the Uddalaka. Vayu is the answer. He said, Vayu, the cosmic vital force or the Hiranyagarbha, the creator of the universe, is the Sutra. Now these terms we have to remember. Sutra. Sutra means thread. Thread that is holding everything. And Vayu, that is without that no one can survive. So he is telling that which is giving the life, the Vayu, is everywhere. And it is holding this life, next life, and the whole world. And that is the Sutra. This Sutra means Brahman. Now different names they gave, inner controller, Sutra, Brahman, Vayu, different type of names they gave. The Vayu, the cosmic vital force, that is the Hiranyagarbha, and he is the creator of the universe, that is the Sutra. And Yajnavalkya gave that answer, and we can imagine in those days, and this debate was going on in the court of the king and Janaka. And we can imagine in that court, all people are sitting face to face, and one person standing in between, and from here one is asking, another asking from here. He is facing to those people and going on giving the answer. Yajnavalkya is the main target. He is standing in the center, and all others sitting around him. And king is sitting on his throne, and he is watching and listening, and all ordinary people are also listening. But these ordinary people, at least they could appreciate and understand this type of languages, this type of philosophy. Here we are explaining. They didn't explain over there. But the people who were listening this, they could understand what is going on. Present the people won't be able to understand that, what they are mentioning. So this he mentioned, this is the Vayu. Yourself is inner controller, and it is the innermost. It never goes on transmigration. Yourself is the inner controller. I am, when I say I am, do I mean this body? Mostly we say that, but it's wrong. When I say I am, do I mean mind? Mostly we say that, but that is also wrong. The body is gross, mind is subtle, but that is also not consciousness. Then who is I am? Then when I say I am, I actually indicate the consciousness. But I don't know what is that consciousness. It is there. Without that, I cannot survive. I cannot talk. I cannot move. I cannot do anything. Even blinking also not possible without consciousness. Sometimes the dead bodies, people will go and force their eyelids to close, because after death they cannot even close their eyelids. No power at all. Then that power is called inner controller. Sometimes we call it Ishvara, inner controller, that consciousness. And that consciousness is not limited. It is also outside. It is everywhere. It is inside me, it is outside me, everywhere. That consciousness is known as Sutra, or the Brahman, or the inner self. So he mentioned it is the Vayu. Because why he said Vayu? Because through Vayu, through the air, we are all surviving. So he said in that way. Same about the earth, water, fire, sky, and air. These are the 5 elements out of which everything has come up. These 5 elements: earth, water, fire, sky, and air. These all 5 elements together made each and everything. So this is the way when he is mentioning, he is never seen, but he is the seer.